Marvel fans in the Phase Zero community from all over voted for an MCU Phase 4 champion, and the tournament was pure chaos. BD here, and welcome to the Phase Zero YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're here, because we're just getting started with 2023, and Phase 5 is on the horizon. So we kicked things off with a series of polls on Twitter to crown a Phase 4 champion. Nearly 200,000 votes later, we have one, and it was a chaotic journey. Here's the bracket for the Phase 4 championship. Unfortunate seeding for Hawkeye, if you ask me, having to go up against such a behemoth for Black Panther, but otherwise, we've got some interesting matchups all around. The biggest round one win came from Spider-Man No Way Home, who piled 92.5% of the votes against the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and WandaVision had the next biggest win with 89.9% of the votes against Black Widow. We did have an insane overtime battle though, as She-Hulk and Thor Love and Thunder landed on a perfect 50-50 split after more than 11,000 votes in their round one poll. A 1 hour overtime recount got She-Hulk the W, but she wasn't able to go on much further than that. We'll talk about that in round two. One of the biggest surprises in round one was the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special beating out Eternals with a score of 56.2 to 43.8. It was the only special presentation to make it into round two because Werewolf by Night got knocked out by Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Round two saw Spider-Man No Way Home swing right past its competition again with a 92.8 to 7.2 win over the Guardians Holiday Special. That was the biggest landslide win of the whole tournament. Can we get some justice for the Guardians of the Galaxy? That special was really good, better than that poll is giving it credit for. Meanwhile, Loki pulled one over on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, narrowly beating the popular MCU newcomer and my personal favorite title in Phase 4, grabbing 52.3% of the votes in what was the most voted on poll in round two. Wakand Forever got past Doctor Strange with almost 2/3 of the votes, and WandaVision was ruthless against She-Hulk, taking 88.1% of the votes. The final four got really interesting. Loki put up the biggest fight of anyone against Spider-Man No Way Home to this point, but it was not even close to enough. It only took in 20.7% of the votes. All those Loki variants were not enough to come close to taking down all three Spideys, and Spider-Man is just coasting right through to the finals and blowing past everybody. There's a lot of debate on this one in the comment sections, so let us know if you didn't already vote on Twitter, Spider-Man No Way Home or Loki Season 1. Black Panther Wakanda Forever almost had enough to take on WandaVision in its toughest match of the entire tournament. That was WandaVision's biggest opponent. Both titles masterfully dealt with grief and loss, but the first title of Phase 4 moves on to the championship round against the last title. In the end, it is Spider-Man No Way Home against WandaVision in the championship round, which surprised pretty much absolutely nobody. This is kind of the showdown we all thought it would be, right? Spider-Man seemed like a lock. It destroyed everything along the way. And, right, it's just gonna get all those votes and take home the trophy, right? Well, the polls went back and forth. Ultimately, Wanda's army rallied, got the votes. In the single most voted on poll of the entire tournament, WandaVision took in 52.4% of the votes to beat Spider-Man No Way Home and be crowned the best title in Phase 4 of the MCU with Phase Zero's official championship voting. Props to WandaVision 4, by the way. It was the first show on Disney+, and even though it didn't have a perfect finale or an aerospace engineer who was worth anything, the theories, the emotions, the discourse, and the bold TV genre swings, they're all unforgettable. And also, you can't say enough good things about Spider-Man No Way Home either, so let us know, do you think this was a good result in the comment section? Are the nearly 200,000 votes crazy to have WandaVision as the Phase 4 champion? Can't wait to see what you think. Did any of these outcomes really surprise you? Subscribe to the Phase Zero YouTube channel for more, because we're going to do an Infinity Saga Championship and we're going to do a tournament for all of the MCU titles to date, so you don't want to miss any of those. I'm BD. I'll see you there.